means you have to keep your eye open. Your eye is open. I mean, they're operating on your fucking eye constantly. He almost lost his vision, so every month he has to go in for a new surgery, so when the surgery comes around, he always is complaining about it again, complaining about David and how he destroyed his life, almost destroyed his whole face. He almost lost his vision. He was very close to never being able to see again. And then Andrew Schulz just says this out of nowhere. I don't know what this is about.
And wasn't that Jeff Wittek?
Favorite position. Oh, no. That's also his favorite
Isn't
position.
it Jeff Wittek the crane? Is he still crying about that, dude? Why is that guy still fucking crying about that? I got hit by a crane and I'm blind now. It's like, get over it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's this guy, and then the fact that he has the balls to be a barber still. No patch-eyed motherfucker is going to touch my hair. And look at my haircut. But seriously, why is he still whining about that? What's the deal?
I guess he went blind or almost blind. From
Yeah,
but now he's not blind, right?
I'm not sure. I think it's
so.
keep going through more surgeries, but I don't know the stats.
So David Dobrik knocked him with a crane or something?
I guess. I don't know.
Spun him around on a crane.
But he agreed to do it?
Yeah, but he didn't know how fast it was going to go.
Oh, that's a good excuse. Well, if it was going to go 10 miles per hour, I would have done it. I didn't know it was going to go 20. You knew you were going to do some dumb, dangerous shit, and then something bad happened.
Yeah.
The only reason we're watching is because we hope something bad happens.
It's true.
When somebody's on a crane, you're not going, man, I hope they're...
Can you find the Jeff Wittek song about the crane? Can we find that to play at the end of this? Because he made a nice song about the crane. We've been walking around the house for 2 years talking about Jeff Wittek's eye. This is my impression of Jeff Wittek. My eye. Damn you, David. My eye. So we love this stuff. What has gotten into Schulz? Why would Schulz bring this up out of nowhere? Well, anyway, this has caused Jeff to threaten Andrew Schulz.
He deleted
He's going
all of his
crazy.
tweets.
He went on Twitter. He said, I'm coming to find you. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. You're the worst comic.
Threatened him.
Cody's coming, his friend who sells Ozempic. He's been to jail.
I hope they abide by all the rules and regulations of this thing.
Yeah, like all the jackass people, if they got hurt, I don't give a fuck.
That is the
That's
point
fine.
of the activity.
Yeah.
You were just his dumbest friend that he selected to do it. He's not asking the smart friend. He's asking the fucking idiot who's willing to get hit in the head by the crane.
Jesus Christ.
Right? Maybe that's what he's upset.
They all
Like
know that that's
when he
not
woke up, he realized, oh, I was the only one retarded enough to do this trick. And then we still got to hear him fucking cry about it.
Jeff doesn't like that
Right?
part. That's crying about it.
Yeah, no, I can't not support you. It's improv, you know? Yes, and.
What, do you think it's like...
I don't know enough. I just know David Dobrik was seemingly not very well liked.
Yeah, but he could be a piece of shit, too.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I
fair.
don't know if Jeff is a piece of shit. I don't think he's a piece of shit. But
He's
it is
just
enough.
annoying?
It's just enough with it. Like, come on.
Did he do a
on.
new thing? Did he come out with something?
It's just every day I see it. It's like, oh my God, my eye. It's like, oh yeah. I don't know what happened to Slick Rick's eye. He don't fucking bitch about it every goddamn day. How many one-eyed motherfuckers we got to hear about it nonstop? Imagine every rap Slick Rick was like, and then Theo went and punched me in the face or whatever.
Why is he English?
He's from England.
Fetty Wap.
Okay, so yeah, Andrew Schulz is finished because of this. Jeff's after you, and I'm helping Jeff with all the other stuff that he doesn't know.
I sent you a post in your text if you wanted to show, and he talked about it on a bunch of podcasts. I don't know if you care about that, but I can find.
So look at this. This is why I'm going to beat up Schulz. I'll react to this week on Jeff FM. But for now, Andrew, you could run, but you can't hide. Is that it, or is there more here? Let's see. Oh, and here he is with Andrew Schulz at one of these UFC. Oh, Big Mike, everybody. Oh, yeah, Jeff and Big Mike are best friends. So now I'm involved with this because now I'm one of Jeff's close friends.
So you're basically close friends.
With Big Mike now. Well,
sickening.
you know how this money, it's about money for me. I see a lot of you saying, stop, Jeff, don't fight, don't get in trouble. But I just got all my felonies expunged so I could beat this egotistical, unfunny comedian and get a slap on the wrist. I'll do one night in jail to discipline this fool for what he did. I don't give a fuck. And I am with you, and I will give you all the dirt about Schulz that you could use to embarrass him on social media. So I'm going to be working with Jeff to try to finally take down Schulz because of this.
He's learning a lot of stuff from Redbar. Here,
Yeah.
let me find this part on Trish's podcast.
Andrew Schulz, you started something that we will finish. I'm very petty right now. now in my life and have zero tolerance for disrespect by anyone or your status. See you around. Let's see if there's any more of these. Oh, that was the last one. Yeah, let's hear from the bit he did on the show. He's been doing a whole tour about how he hates Andrew Schulz. This is really nice to see. Let's start. This first one is from Trish, the Trisha podcast, Trisha treated Jeff like shit on
I
this.
tell them all the time.
Trisha was being so... What is the word? Flippant? Is that the right word? What is this word where you're like, okay.
Disassociate.
Trisha, I don't know what medication Trisha Paytas is on right now, but it's not...
She just had a
You'll
little
see what
baby
I mean.
Elvis.
212. Which time code for this first
The first
clip?
one is 6:48.
Okay. Give me my mouse. Well, listen to this.
Yeah,
And the young generation.
they post my clips for me, and I tell them all the time, like, don't post me talking about my eye or the accident. And then every time I go on TikTok, it's like me fucking, it's the clip of for the 5 seconds I talked about it. And then all the comments are like, oh, when's he going to shut the fuck up
I
about
hate
it?
those though.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk about that? Because we didn't talk about it. I want to know your thoughts on the Andrew Schulz thing.
I've been good with, like, blocking out that stuff. Like, there's a lot more things that, piss me off more in life. I've never had an actual person, like a peer or somebody, like a public figure, come out and say some really disrespectful, stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
That,
Yep.
he's a comedian, Andrew Schulz, and he put this thing out on a Patreon, and just out of nowhere he goes on a rant like, oh, Jeff Wittek, when's he going to shut the fuck up about his eye and all this shit? And I get sent this stuff because, my supporters, like, they'll be like, yo, this guy's, like, really roasting you for no reason. What the fuck?
Do you know him? Do you guys know each other?
We've met, yeah. I went to his show, posted about him, supported him,
Weird. What's the flip, you think? Why did he just go off on Patreon behind a paywall? So he's not even trying to use you for clout. He's just, like, randomly ranting about you.
So I DM'd him. I said, yo, make that shit public, dog. I want people to know why.
Well, it's public on Spill Tea with me on TikTok.
Is it?
Yeah,
She
that's where I
posted
saw it, yeah.
I love her. She's always got my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't watched the clip since because I got real mad and, like, I started texting him and all those other fucking yes men on the couch,
But they actually kind of were, like, not laughing. They kind of were, like, silent. They were pretty quiet.
I know, and I went off a little too hard on them.
Because I think even they were like,
No.
this is, like, a hot take. That's
Yeah, like, bro, you gotta fucking take a break, maybe. Stop doing so many shows and go work on telling jokes. Because
He's
when's
been
the last
watching
time
Redbar.
you heard Andrew say something funny?
I don't know him at all like that. Like, I didn't know he was a comedian. I've seen him. I just, like, don't know anything about him. I thought he was just, like, a podcaster.
Let's
What's
just
new,
watch it so I get
Trish?
fired up.
Okay.
Find the
Still
negative.
And then they
alive.
want to know about Miles'
Okay,
the
so
crane
then they show the
operator.
clip.
What was the crane operator thing? Wasn't that Jeff Wittek?
Yeah, why?
This is his demise. This is the start of it.
It might be.
There's this guy, and then the fact that he has the balls to be a barber still. No patch-eyed motherfucker's going to touch
shut
my
up.
hair. Look at my haircut.
This
is so David Dobrik quoted without the laughing and his friends laugh. It's like, don't laugh at
They're
your
all
own
fucking
jokes.
laughing.
Yeah.
His fake
I
laugh.
guess he went blind or almost blind from it.
But now he's not blind, right?
He's defending you.
I'm not sure. I
Saying
guess
he's
he's going
blind.
through
You're
more
blind.
surgery.
I did his podcast
So
for
David
4 hours,
Dobrik
that kid Mark.
knocked
I
him
wish
with
he
a
defended
crane
me
or
a little
something?
more.
Really?
I thought we were boys.
But he
Was he a
agreed
comedian
to do
too?
it?
Yeah, and he's funny. I liked him.
You were just his dumbest friend that he selected to do it.
I'm his dumbest
not
friend.
asking
I
you.
never. I mean,
Fucking
Yikes.
idiot who's willing to get hit in the
That's crazy
head.
you know him too. Like, it's not like you're just someone who doesn't know.
yeah. So that shit really pissed me off because I know the guy, and it's just like, why, bro? Like, you have nothing to talk about. They bring people on their show. Like, if you look at the Shane Gillis episode, they pulled up all these videos of autistic people and wanted to roast them, and like people that have like cerebral palsy and stuff, and like, yo, you're punching down, bro.
Yeah.
Tell a funny joke.
By the way, Shane Gillis, turns out he lied about having this retarded uncle who's making him all night. What's this
Making
joke?
him at night?
Making him at night. One of Shane's biggest jokes turns out to be a lie, confirmed by his sister, who is a bigger, more retarded version of Shane. What is her name? Big Jamie or something. You see, Shane Gillis' sister confirmed she was on a podcast doing an interview. And what's this joke Shane does about his uncle making sandwiches at night? He's a retard making sandwiches.
He's making the grilled cheese at night. It's
Yeah,
like Shane's
there
main
is
bit.
no uncle. There is no retarded uncle. There is only a retarded niece, I believe.
She
in
ain't
his
making
family?
him at night.
So there's no making him at night. That was all a big fabricated thing. We just found that out by Shane's big, ugly, retarded-looking sister, who is really looks like Shane. You know how like Hey Big Dyke, Big Mike's sister, looks just like Big Mike with a wig? Same with, if you put a greasy, thin wig on Shane Gillis, it would be Shane Gillis' sister, Jane Gillis, who is disgusting. Big retard Jane. I'd like to... She looks litigious, though. She'll probably take me to court. She's a very serious
She looked like
woman.
a teacher, so scary.
Very scary, big lady. Big Flintstone lady. Let's hear some more of this.
You know?
No, I know. I feel like they'll see this clip and then like attack me, even though you're the one like attacking them. Like that always happens. They just like are scared to go for like the guy.
Oh,
or
you're
whatever.
my therapist. They're not
I
gonna
am?
attack you.
Okay.
You're the doctor.
Okay, I don't know if I'm qualified for that.
Doctor-patient confidentiality. We can't even.
Okay.
You know, you're safe here.
Okay.
This is my problem. I'll handle it.
I mean, it's fine. I really don't know the extent of that. I just thought that was like a crazy take, especially behind a paywall, especially for like, what's the point? And like just the mocking, the voices he makes and stuff. Like what?
It wasn't like jokes. It was just him basically saying this disfigured person who was in a traumatic accident.
That's a good excuse.
You're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, like you're whiny. You're like a whiny bitch, basically.
Yeah.
But it's
What's
like,
your beef with me, dog?
It's
You
so
started with the
weird.
wrong guy.
Do you think he's like friends? He's like a David Dobrik apologist. I've never heard of that before.
Maybe he's a big fan of David. You know, they
Maybe.
both fake laugh the same way.
That was wild to see the laughing. That like gave me like trauma from like or trigger from back then when we all have to
What
laugh
is
at
all the
jokes.
sounds in the background of this show?
This is Jeff's podcast, but they're doing it in Trisha's set, so it's his sound bite.
What's the second clip here?
That one you could just
212.
show him talking about Bert.
Oh.
I gave that
That's
as an
in Bert
example
Kreischer.
of that he's getting into this scene.
So Jeff's he's a big fan of Redbar now. He's been watching Redbar. He's been learning a lot from me. I like to think of us as two friends that are two models now together. We are pretty much
You're two of the hottest friends.
two of the
I'd say.
hottest friends, and I might be even moving out to LA and just becoming an influencer after this happens. So let's see, 212, we're going to hear his thoughts. He's been roasting comics all week.
For real?
Yeah, I went to canceled last week right after this.
What, Oscar? What?
Because we booked it right when she had the baby, so everything had to be here.
That's true. That's true.
You
But
got your Oscar, I got my Oscar. Thank God we have two Oscars that were able to set this up
Yeah,
because I
Oscar,
don't have the
Oscar.
confidence to ask people to do shows. So
Really?
I would have never reached out
No,
again.
but you did the first time, I think, didn't you?
Well, I needed that. That was like a therapy session.
Do you get rejected for guests? We talked about this with
I get
Tiana.
mad when they do.
So
Yeah.
people have rejected you. Who?
I
People
mean,
reject us. So
who rejected me? Who like actually? Oh, Bert Kreischer's smug ass. Who the do you think you are, Bert Kreischer? You unfunny comedian. You'd be nothing without Joe Rogan.
jeez, wow. We're starting off hot.
I wanted him on my barbershop show, and he was like, "I'm not letting this guy cut my hair. He's like, he could trim my beard if he wants." Like, who the do you think you are?
Oh, damn.
You know,
Wow.
you're a YouTuber.
Can't believe it.
You're not a comedian.
I don't know what he is. Is he comedian or YouTuber? He knows. Is he a comedian or YouTuber? Do
He
you know?
does podcasts, and they post them on YouTube.
Oh, he's known from Joe
He's
Rogan.
a Joe Rogan friend. That's what you are. He's basically Todd of the Blog Squad. You sell some tickets to shows. I'll sell an arena out right now.
I don't
No,
think he's
I'm
selling
kidding.
arenas. I don't think Bert Kreischer is either. I mean, I know
Yes, he
disrespect. I
does.
don't know him, but
Yeah, we're doing our first live show, and I only got a 300-seat venue because I'm so nervous about it.
oh, I would be terrified. I don't do that for that reason. I would literally sell
Okay,
50
well, there it
tickets.
is. So he's going after comics now. God bless him.
Love to see it.
And I will be feeding him as much information as he needs. Jeff, you could always reach out to me for hate help and hate advice. And thank you for
If
doing
you
this. And
search
please
Andrew
don't apologize and make up with Schulz and say it's all good. Please
Don't do it.
keep going, because that guy's a bad guy. I could tell you some stories about him off the air, of course. Let's have one of that. Put on one of the